Well, the basic point about We Deserve Better is that everybody hates their utilities providers. You've only got to read the papers, scan the news, you'll see that there's always a story in there somewhere about the gas suppliers, the electricity suppliers, the water suppliers, the banks, broadband, you name it. They are the firms that we love to hate. And the odd thing is that there are other things that we buy and use every day, like food, where we don't have that approach, where we have a very different relationship. And I was asking why, and it rapidly became clear that the reason why we are in this mess, I think, is that an awful lot of these industries are previously privatised former government bureaucracies, and they were all dealt with 25 years ago, but what's happened is they've kind of stopped evolving in the course of the last decade or two. And what's happened is that you and I as consumers feel like we don't know what the best deal is out there. We don't know where we should be switching to, which of the different tariffs we should be on, which of the different suppliers we should be out there, because you need a PhD to understand this stuff. It's far too complicated. And even if we did know, we then are scared of switching because it takes ages, it's complicated, you're worried you're going to get cut off and be left with no electricity or no heating or no power. And so what I'm saying is we could make a huge difference if we made it easier for consumers to do what we take for granted everywhere else. We change our brand of coffee or our brand of cornflakes at the drop of a hat. Why can't we do that for our water supplier? If we could, the water companies and the electricity companies would have to treat us much more carefully. They'd have to pedal a lot harder to hang on to us. They'd have to give us much better deals. And that would also mean that we then need to change all the regulations that are there to try and hold our hands because it's in place of these consumer powers I'm talking about. And all those regulators, the Ofgems, the Ofwats, the Ofcoms, could actually be a great deal smaller because you and I, as consumers, would be a great deal more powerful in exchange.